Hello, and welcome to Toonkind D&D EGAD at 12 FPS. I am Tallest Null, and today with me, a very good friend of mine.
Hello, I am 18 Nico Jar. I am a good friend.
And let's see where today brings us. It is a crisp day in Toontown. Uh, the last ebbs of winter are starting to subside. Uh, the first signs of spring are showing up. And while still a little cold, there is warmth in the air that you can only describe as a, a, a sense of renewal. The camera will pan down to a certain cat tune as Nico. Would you like to describe Kita for anyone who hasn't seen them before?
Alright, let me just pull up a picture real quick. Yeah, so Akita yeah, is a gender fluid cartoon teenager around 13 or 14 with a large fur coat, a pink shirt, blackish pants and purple boots with a matching hat with their purple hair with pink highlights also on at the end of their tail as well. And they're currently just relaxing.
All right. Uh, is there anything that Kita would be like doing on a nice day like today?
At the moment, on a nice autumn day, yeah, this would be a nice spring day, wouldn't it?
Yeah, like right at the beginning of spring. Still a little cold in the air, but definitely warming up after from the past couple of weeks.
They would kind of just be half sitting somewhere, half laying down, just enjoying the sun. Yeah, kind of
All
just,
right,
you know, kind of just looking around as they're doing so.
all right, all right. Uh, give me a perception check.
Perception check. Keto is very good at those. 17.
Ooh, the +9 there. Damn.
Yeah, Keto likes to use that.
So yeah. So you're just kind of lounging like on a park bench somewhere, just enjoying the warmer the first rays of sun from the winter. As you're looking over in on one section of the road, you see a bunch of people like starting to set up what looks like a farmer's market. Though at this point there would definitely wouldn't be any kind of produce or anything. But something's going on down that way. But with a 19, I'd say you look down one of the alleyways, just like that you could see down there, and you just see like someone scrounging through someone's garbage.
What
like torso deep into someone's garbage.
what do they look like?
Um, from your distance, you can't quite tell like details, but they don't seem to have a tremendous amount of color in them. You could definitely see that they're some kind of tune. And this, with a 19, you could definitely tell like probably UPAN because their outline is very pronounced. But like it's a little odd from here. You just like see a pair of legs just kind of twisting, keeping balance while they're like uh dumpster diving in a trash can. From at least the what you can see from where you are.
Kita is going to go over and help.
Uh, give me a stealth check.
Kita is also good at those. They have not cast Pass Without Trace, as they don't see the need to just yet.
Where?
That's a 10 total.
All right. Let me see. On because I could absolutely flub this. Let's see. Perception. Oh, wonderful. I'm trained in it, but it's still only a +1.
You just have to beat a 10.
I know, but I'm like, well, it's like, oh, this should be easy. Looks at modifier. I'm not holding my breath here. Now it's exclamation point roll, right? For every. Dang. Dirty 20. So you're just kind of walking over there, trying, just like curious of what's going on, and then just like you see a little bit of stiffen, like them go like stiff for a second, poke their head out of the trash. It looks like, at the distance, I would say you would be like at the entrance of the alley, but they look over and you make eye contact with this like this small little goat tune with a tin can in their mouth as they just quickly start chewing on it and then bolt down the alleyway more. And I'm going to piggyback off of the 17 before with perception check, unless you want to make another perception check to get some details.
Then now I'll stick with the. I'll stick with the 17.
All right. It's a little weird. You've seen a bunch of different kind of tunes, and over last while. I guess the first thing that comes to your mind when you see this tune, when you see this little goat, is they look sick or drained. They don't have a lot of color on them to begin with. Like the only color that seems to be on them at all is like the hem of their cloak, like this little cloak that they're wearing. And let me bring up a picture that you've seen, but anyone that is watching may not have seen. I'll just post it here. Yeah, they seem just kind of starkly black and white, with red trim around the bottom of this little shawl or cloak that they're wearing. And as soon as they seem to make eye contact with you, It takes like a heartbeat before they just kind of push off the trash can and bolt deeper into the alleyway.
Oh well, guess Cheetahs is on there. No, no. Just end the FPS right there. And for the plot, Kita's just going to walk on after them.
I'm gonna need to make a stealth check because at least at this moment, they're kind of skittish. Let's see. Okay. I'm seeing at least Avery what Avery wants happening wants to happen. So yeah, you like turn the corner and just like what? You don't know which alleyway they like went down. Um, if you want to, you can make another perception check.
Yes, Kita will roll a perception check. With and guide themselves. Oh.
That was so close. Um. Okay. You don't see the tune that you just saw, or that you just saw in the alleyway. It's like you definitely heard like them scamper away. But I gotta ask, what is Kita's? Does Kita have any history or any knowledge of the like the underground or like any kind of uh, thievery activity or like bad guys in town?
Well, their second game ever was them stopping an illegal smuggling operation where people were being turned into donkeys.
Oh God, I it's been forever. I remember listening to that. Yeah, so
And they're also currently kind of an apprentice to another um you know mafia group in the form of Nara.
I I need to catch up on Kita's story from but this is all very interesting.
Mm.
So the first I would say, at least with the history that you have, um you walk Kita walks around the alleyway for a second, and I don't remember, is Kita a rogue? Do they have like thieves cant or anything?
No, they do not. They are
Hmm.
a ranger druid.
Oh, I heard expertise and I immediately thought rogue.
No, that's something rangers get at level 1 now. They get a single thing of
Really
expertise.
snazzy. But you see a little deeper into the maze-like alleyways of Toontown, uh, a a poster, and posting something out here has a different connotation than posting somewhere in the open or like a tavern. This kind of has the sense of like a criminal job. Uh, and the only thing that you can see is the what you see on the poster is uh, need some hands, runaways in town, pays well.
So a bounty that's a bounty that's paying well. Who's it for?
It's from what you can tell, it's not giving a name, but it gives an like an address. Is that for any drop offs?
Hmm. Kita is just gonna go. So it's not describing. Wait, so it doesn't say who it's for, but does it describe them?
Give me an investigation check.
Kita is not too good. That's just a flat D20.
Ooh.
But again, guidance 18.
Dang. So, with your history, uh, dealing with uh, dealing with some shady things and the apparent uh, apprenticeship under a mafia uh, into a mafia boss.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, that's this tiny little cat has got a lot going on.
Yes.
Uh,
Because their thing is, I want to deal with my hero complex. How do I deal with that? I know, I'll go become a criminal.
down in on the side of the post, it shows a little bit of a moniker. It looks like a how would I describe this? Uh, why is my brain immediately going blank? Always. Uh, you see what looks like a stamp in one of the corners of the post that looks like a fox head with a wide brim hat on it, and with an 18 investigation, you've at least heard murmurs uh, of a gang that's been around that's kind of gone from being bandits to more organized crime. But a lot of the gangs or a lot of the intel that has been gleaned about them is they're trying to stay low profile.
Hmm.
There was a bounty on their boss's head not that long ago, and he managed to get away from the bounty hunters and somehow scrub his records, which leads to at least whoever has those in the criminal world. Like, all right, somehow they managed to get into uh, the system one way or another and get that information out of the authorities' hands.
Hmm. Okay then. Hmm. And you said there was an address.
Yeah, it seemed like there was an address for any drop offs of anyone getting returned.
Kita's just going to take the poster and go ahead to the address.
All right, I'm gonna roll d20 on my side to see if something happens. Physical dice, because sometimes you need a secret. Come on, metal dice. Let's tell a story. Okay. Wonderful. I can see where the dice want to go. Jesus, with all these rolls. Okay. So, Kita, as you're making your way around, the address seems to be down near one of the borders of Toontown, up near where it kind of meets up, close by to where it meets up with the border of the city. And the first thing that you notice while on the way is you see someone else with one of those posters, or a group of people. You see a bunch of raccoons in like little newsy hats that you could only describe as goons. Like posting a couple of these flyers, and then just pulling out another list, and then scampering off down one of the alleyways.
He's gonna go follow them. They want to go find out what's on that list.
Alright.
And as they do so, they're going to cast a spell and then sneak after them.
You did mention you had passed without a trace earlier.
Yep.
Alright.
And just because that's a nat 1 for a total of 20.
Oh, dear lord. Okay.
So despite falling flat on their face into a trash can,
yeah. God. Pass without a trace does so much work.
it is one of the
And
best
luckily,
ranger spells.
God. Yeah, so wonderfully, it's just like, okay, technically, rules as written, critical failures on anything other than an attack roll don't automatically fail.
I guess Kita has been casting guidance the entire time just to help them.
Yeah, guidance does not have a concentration, so they can stack.
Is it?
Does it? Does guidance have concentration? Wait, I'm at the computer. I'm at a computer.
It is.
Why am I
Never
grabbing
mind. So that is
my?
not. That is an 18.
18. That's still pretty good. It's also kind of hilarious. So you managed to, you're trying to stealth around, and there's like 4 or 5 of these raccoons just in a group, just chatting with each other. You see one run off down an alleyway and then come back with what looks like a sticky bun, and then a couple seconds later you just hear someone say, "Hey!" as they scamper about. But with an 18, with a natural 1 on the roll, I don't think
I will say, because Pass Without Trace, one of the things, it removes sound. So I'm just imagining
It
in the
removes sound.
background, Keely is just doing this whole routine of trips over something, that knocks over something else, but it's all just silent.
You just the camera just pans over to the raccoons as they're just discussing the job that they're doing. Well, and like two of them argue about the sticky bun, trying to get as much as they can out of the one. And you just see in the background just Kita poking their head out, tipping over, crashing into a trash can completely silently, and then just trying to put everything back together before they get caught.
It's just a
And I
banana
just think
peel
it's
on top of their hat.
Yeah. Oh god. I'm gonna roll and see if they notice. They gotta beat an 18, but it's just funny. Oh my god. I can't roll below a 15 today. So, like, there's three of them. The one that like got the sticky bun, and the two that are just arguing, trying to get a piece of it, and then you see as they turn to you, like, look, as you're slowly trying to pile the trash back into a at least a semblance of a pile, and they take like just a quick second, just like, hey, just stare at you for a second, as trying not to be suspicious. Just
He's just going to look over them as they just keep working on the pile. Like, hello?
because oh god, they're not that bright. The goons are not bright. So let's see if they can figure out. I'm gonna give them an insight check to see if they can figure out you were following them. Oh, these boys. Mother. I can't roll below 15 today, apparently. For anyone. And they just say, and just like, hey, wait a minute, you look familiar.
I am a cat. We do look kind of the same.
Hey, I resent that. I'm
I'm
a card-carrying raccoon, good sir. I am a trash panda. Just because you're playing in the trash does not make you a raccoon.
I'm more meant. Most cats are the same.
Well, that's just being
Everything is about
generalistic.
you, you know.
Anyways, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
The one with the sticky one. Any of business? I'm having lunch.
Maybe I'm having lunch.
Yeah. You in the trash? That's weird.
I could be an alley cat. There's going to slowly
Could be an
walk
alley
over.
cat. Yeah,
Keeping an
I mean, you
eye
could
on
be
the
an alley cat.
sticky
Shit, yeah.
bun.
It could be an alley cat. Just Reggie, shut up. He's not an alley cat. He's just doing something. Hey, what are you doing? It's my sticky bun. I bought it fair and square.
Well, maybe I want to acquire it.
Oh yeah?
And let's see, what can Kita do to spells. Charm person, not the best idea. So this is gonna slowly walk up. And then he's gonna take a deep breath And they're going to drop concentrate, pass without trace, as they cast fog cloud, as they just breathe out a large cloud of fog.
That's hilarious. It's like just creep, 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 and then just smoke bomb.
And they're going to try and grab the list and the sticky bun, because why not?
Okay, I'm gonna give you advantage on that sleight of hand check.
Roll 2d20 plus. Do they have sleight of hand? They do not. That's still a plus 5. That's a 15.
With a 15, you grab the list because that seemed to be the primary thing you're going for, and then just grab like a split off of the sticky bun. You didn't grab the whole thing, but you grabbed like a quarter of it. You just like rip it off as just running past. It's like, hey, my ill-gotten gains.
Yes, with sticky bun now in mouth, they're just going to run out of the fog cloud, and while quickly trying to read the list.
It doesn't actually seem to be a list. It seemed to be, from what you can see as you're running, it is looks like a magic piece of paper. That seems to be some kind of map or tracker or something. Like as you're running through the alleyways, you can see it moving and like as though it was a map of exactly where you're standing. It just kind of anytime you turn, it matches up to where you are. And I'm gonna roll for our little friend. Now I get something low. So that actually is good for you, considering. You see on the map there seems to be another dot on it, other than like a triangle that shows where the map is itself. There seems to be a little like X mark.
Yeah.
As you turn around, you can like figure out where it is with the map.
Cool. Kita is just going to make their way there, while also keeping an eye out for the trash pandas.
I'm gonna roll for them to see how well they can deal with being smoke bombed. Okay, now I'm starting to roll bad. So you just hear them cough and like start arguing with each other as you make your way down one of the other alleys. And you at least don't see them or hear them as you continue running.
Cool.
All right. What do you do now?
Kita's just gonna keep on going as just following the map. After a while, they'll drop concentration on the fog bomb, on the fog cloud.
Wonderful. So it doesn't take long to track where this X is on the map. And you get to what looks like behind a theater building.
Mm-hmm.
As you see that same little tune you saw beforehand, continuing to eat out of the trash. This time they like pick out like a half-eaten apple and just like start munching on the other half. As let's see their perception to see if they notice you. Nope. Got 2. Little boy's really hungry, so he's uh, just like two hands holding this apple, trying not to eat the part that's been eaten before.
He's just gonna look as they do. They're just going to conjure some berries in their hand. Because I think these taste nicer than whatever's in the trash. If they just hold out their hand. Well, they're just gonna hold it out on a mage hand. So like they're still 20 feet away.
Okay, I used up all my rolls early. Dear Lord. So you just see, as you say that and try to approach, this little guy just like nearly jump out of his outline, and the apple just goes flying straight up as just involuntarily throwing it. As he kind of backs himself away for a second and just, who are you? Just
Hello?
looks over, just kind of, yeah,
I am Kita.
just kind of asks, hey,
Would you like some
what do you
berries?
want?
As just the mage hand slowly drifts closer.
He's a little like apprehensive, but what do you want for them?
Nothing really, you seem hungry.
Just looks at you and tries to make a decision. Like, do I take the food or do I still run? And I think you hear the very much a growling in the stomach as he'll slowly pick one out and immediately like jolt back, just pop one in his mouth, and you could see the muscles visibly relax for a second there.
Yeah, so that is good berry, so that... Yeah. If he is missing any hit points, I believe he recovers one. Let me just check.
Alright.
Yeah, he does get back one hit point. And Keith's just gonna keep the hand floating out, like, you can have the rest. Because, yeah, there's 10 in total.
Okay, is just like grabs and immediately like tries to put them in his pocket, in his like hammer space, inside of his cloak, and just slowly starts chewing on another one. It's like, okay, thank you.
And Keith is gonna look at the maps like, so why are people coming after you?
Okay. I'm gonna make an intelligence check there because he knows at least a little bit of what's going on, but at least his situation. But I don't think he knows that you're not involved. So let's see. Would that be a wisdom check or an intelligence check of some kind? I want to say this is insight to see, like, at least the snap decisions. Like, okay, are you a threat still, even after the feeding him and like having the mild discussion? So this is not the best. I will give him advantage on this because you are like acting nice and you're you have shown like no aggressive behaviors. So let's see. Okay.
And roll again.
Yeah. Oh, come on. Again, I used up all my luck early.
Yes, you did.
So he immediately just like hears that, freezes, looks at you, and then starts scrambling to run away.
Wait, I'm not after. I'm not after them. You can try. I'm not with them. I just want to know what. I just want to know what's going on.
This is what I'm hoping to fail this one. I'm gonna have an acrobatics check to see if he can scramble up like onto a roof and just start bolting for it.
Oh, that's not.
And if
gonna...
this works out, oh
That's
boy, oh boy. Let's see. He's got a pretty good. Oh no. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. My Discord's still acting kind of wonky, so I had to ask.
Yep.
So let's see what he can get. Nope, 4. Even lower, 3. Jesus. So you just see this little guy just look at you with his rectangle eyes as they like contract for a second as he goes to try to jump and grab onto like a drain pipe, and it just detaches from the seal from the side of the building, and he immediately just tips and falls into another trash can.
Kita's just gonna walk over and just pick him out of the trash and just dust him off. It's like, do you want to try that again? They're just going to carry him to another pipe.
Oh God. I'm gonna have again. I think an intelligence check this time because you're literally offering him to try again. Oh God. Come on, buddy. You were doing so well earlier. Intelligence? Yeah, intelligence modifier is 3. It's like, okay, so he'll just like stop and like breathe as soon as you put him down. You're not gonna chase me?
No, I mean, if you want, I can. I don't really see the point in it.
You're not. I'm not going back. Finally got here. Just need to. As he just holds his head for a second, it's like I need to find out where to go, and then just go. I'm not going back. And at this point, I think, at least with your history, and from what you have, from what I know of Kita, this looks like a scared kid, and especially like, what you can see, the only other piece of like what looks like clothing on them is he has a pierced earring with what looks like a dog tag on it. And it just says lot number 5.
Okay, can you just hold on real quick? They're just going to adjust them so they're hanging off their back. As Kita is just going to pop out their claws, and with their climbing speed, just scales the side of the building.
Okay. So, okay. What? I assume with the climbing claws, you have advantage or a bonus to climbing.
Kita just has a climbing speed, which means
Oh, so you could climb no problem.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so
So what is your intention?
they're just going to climb up to maybe like second or third fire escape if there is one.
Okay.
And it's like, we can talk up here because I think I saw some people looking for you earlier. That way it's harder for them to get you.
Okay. Just like now he's like looking around. Just okay. What 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 do you want? Why what this? Why do you care? What he seems very confused.
I'm an adventurer, and I've encountered a situation like this in the past before. That time I wasn't able to save them. This time I'm hoping I can. And I'm just gonna roll a wisdom save real quick for Kita. Ten. As I was going to pull this little guy into a hug. Then after a few moments just feel a wet tongue dragging across the top of his head.
He's very confused, and then like there's this moment where it's like muscles are relaxing. It's like still like no hug back just yet, just like the feel of just like unconditional affection, unconditional like kindness, just like gets him like lets his guard down, and just like then the cat tongue up the back. Okay. 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 Thank you.
So what? Why are they chasing you?
I I got out after something happened at there's this moment where he's like holding his head. It's like I left and I broke some things on the way out, and a bunch of there was a lab and just the cage needed to go. I needed to go. Did not want to be there. there's definitely like you can. I think it doesn't take like an insight check, but uh, there's definitely seems to be like a bit of a memory issue in his head because he's trying to explain something and it's just he can't seem to find the right words.
Hmm.
Try. I can't quite remember where it was. All I remember was there was a bunch of us and something was there was an experiment going on and I needed to get out and I found something that could help me and there was an explosion and I ran. I ran as far as I could and then I got on a boat and came here. I have just kind of been wandering around. I I know I need to get home, but I don't know where that is. But it's like here, and he just kind of gestures like out and about. I uh, and just sits down for a second. Just seems to be quite taxing for him to remember anymore.
Kita is going to just reach into their hammer space and purposely fumble as they just pull out like there's a fluffy cat dressed in a stereotypical bandit outfit, and so that's gonna place it in his lap.
There's a hesitance for the second, and then what I can only assume is the cat just like looks around, doesn't understand what's going on, and then just kind of flops.
Yeah.
And then the soothing noise starts coming out, just like okay. This starts, and then this kid just starts to relax. You definitely seem to notice at this point that he's not very old. Probably like around your age, maybe even a little younger.
Hmm. Well, I know a place you can stay for the time being. They can keep you safe from people chasing after you. Also, I have a friend there who's kind of gone through something similar. Like, he had memory
Maybe.
problems. Also kind of a goat like you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure you two will get along great.
You're not gonna hurt me, are you?
No?
And then there's just I feel like there is a need for an insight check from him there, just because he's 100% still kind of skittish from what's been going on. Again, insight is -1, so I think either way, yeah, that's fine. It's like he'll just okay, okay. Uh, where are we going?
To the EGAD headquarters. It's a great big, it's a treehouse. Treehouse.
Uh, what's a treehouse?
Well, it's a house that's built as part of a tree.
Okay. And as the camera pans out a bit, that seems like a wonderful place to stop with at least these two. But as is a little bit of a tradition, there's a bit of an epilogue. We see as the audience, uh, the camera pan out as the hours pass, and then we meet up with the band of raccoons as they seem to be trying to determine who's going to tell the boss the bad news. And they just push one ahead in front of this this Red Fox tune, much taller, has this fine fine like leather clothes. You see armor underneath it. It's like, all right, boys. What? How was today? How was today out in the city? Anything productive? As the raccoon just goes, it's like, well, you know how you gave us that map? Well, we lost it. Lost it? Hmm. How? Well, there was a cat, and then he smoke bombed us, and I think he picked my pocket and stole Reggie's sweet roll. Then you just see Reggie in the background, big tear in his eye, just sniffling. Like, well, did you have any luck with it? Did you manage to track anything down? Anything on the give you any ping? No. That was kind of the problem. We were searching around, and nothing exactly. And then the raccoon just gets a pat on the head. It's like, it's okay. We here in the henchman business are not always meant to get the victory every time. It's fine. I'll take care of telling the boss exactly what went down. Just leave that to me. As he pats him on the head. Okay. Thanks, boss. Just runs off. It's like just gives him a thumbs up as he huddles back with the other four and just scampers off. Like and we just see the Red Fox kind of saunter over and down a flight of stairs. Like gotta pep up the disappointment sometimes. You can't always be doom and gloom. And one last time. All right. As the tall fox goes into what looks like a lab of some kind and goes over to the desk where someone hidden in some shadow is looking over some papers. Like, and just the shadowed person just says, "Progress report." Nothing yet, boss. We got some of the boys looking in a couple of the recent towns right over the bridge. We know they got over into Einquell. Don't know exactly where, but there's only so many ports from this side. But we're still looking. And what about the other thing? Right. My job. Well, the black and white market still has some feelers on a few of those things you're looking for. And another stock should be in within the month, but the auction's still about the closest place we're gonna be getting to any new stock. Disappointing, but not unanticipated. As you see this, the shattered individual step up from the chair that they were sitting in and put their hands on their desk. And one of them is flesh and blood, and the other is cracked and uh, and sketchy, translucent red. We're going to need more, as that is where we'll end for the night.
Yes, this has been quite fun. Yes. So yes, thank you everyone for listening. I hope you've had fun.
And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. And be careful who you find in the alleyway.
Not all of them are as kind as Kida. So, ta-ta.